Hi everyone, thank you for joining me, as you always do. I really appreciate it. As some of you know, today my son would have been 21. Probably would have been out by now with his friends, having a party. But instead, here I am at a tree. The tree that my son went into that night, that the police didn't even tell me about, when my son was hit so high over there. I went into this tree. They never told me. One of the other parents did when I came down to the scene. A lot of people jumped on my story when I went to Speaker's Corner and spoke about our boy's case. Many jumped on that story to try and control it and control the narrative. What they didn't want was someone like me, a mother with an English fighting spirit, that Dunkirk spirit that our ancestors had. They couldn't have someone like that out speaking on the streets. So instead, for the last 4 years, they decided to attack me all over YouTube, try and discredit my son, my innocent son who was murdered that night, along with 2 other boys who were murdered. But 5 children were aimed at. 5. This was authorised. That crime, that terrorist crime that night was authorised. But it went wrong because one of them got caught by our boys' friends who were at the scene and ran after them. That is what went wrong. And I said today I would share the story, share today with all of you, because it's so important that you realise that I'm not just out here for Josh, Harry and George. I am out here for your children too, so this does not happen to them, because there are many crimes being covered up by the Metropolitan Police. Many. The Metropolitan Police are political police. That is what they are. They're political. And they are not here to serve and protect. And I just want to say a thank you to some of the people over the last 4 years that have stayed with me through thick and thin, even though they've been attacked by trolls themselves because they support our boys, and they've even been arrested by the police. Hello everyone, thank you. Where we stand one, we stand all. Absolutely, Jason. Everyone has to remember the blood that runs through your veins. We are brave, we are courageous. That's how I was brought up. I never feared before, and I certainly don't fear them now. People have to see what the Metropolitan Police is. They have to be exposed for what they are, so people can see the crimes that the police are committing. I want to say thank you to my family who have supported me for over 4 years and know that I have to do what I have to do, and what I'm doing is the right thing. I want to support Mr. Marmite, that's what I call him, himself, James Goddard. Whether you love him, whether you don't like him, that man has stood up for our boys for 4 years. He's worn t-shirts, he's given out leaflets, he's done live stream after live stream, and I don't forget that. And to his lovely girlfriend Rachel, to Paul and Glenda, 2 people I met out on the streets. They're part of the Yellow Vests, brave people that just don't stand up for Josh, Harry and George. They stand up for the whole children and the people of this nation. Little Mark, I call him Little Mark because I've got a tall Mark. So Little Mark, my dear friend, you know who you are. Active patriot who's spread the boy's story all over the country, and who has also been attacked and arrested by the police. Anyone who pushes our boy's story or hangs around with me, or comes out and shows everyone what happened to our boys, get hassled by the trolls or police. My brother-in-law, you know who you are, and his girlfriend Michelle, John Lawrence, John Moore and Brian the Lion, and my dear friend Disco Dan. Marion Rogers and her family. Marion Rogers, a wonderful lady, had 3 houses built and named them Josh, Harry and George, and had that name put on the land registry so their names will never be forgotten. Thank you, Lisa. Please share the boys' documentary. Anyone who has seen it, please share, because it's being hidden by YouTube. It's being hidden by Facebook. Someone had a birthday as well today and was going to share the boys' funding and ask for donations to that instead of birthday presents. Facebook wouldn't let them share it. They don't want us to raise the funds to get this case into court because it will open a can of worms, because the murder of Josh, Harry and George was authorised that night. It was condoned by the police because they covered it up. I also want to thank Perry, Diane, all of the football lads who over the last 4 years have supported and continue to support us. The core of the Yellow Vest, Terry, John, and my dear friend Alan, you know who you are, and all of you that have followed our page and followed our boys' story for over 4 years now and will continue to do so. I want to thank all of you who share my lives, who have stood with me, walked with me, and just supported me, and all the messages that I've received today on my beautiful son, who should have been 21, who is forever 16. I want to thank you all. Thank you, Scott. It's only people that can change things, and the only way it can be changed if we stand together. But they have created so much divide, and right now that's how they conquer. That's how they conquer. I want to thank you all for watching my live. I want to thank the people and my dear friends who have come down today and put things down for my son. Don't become me. Please do your own research. I've always said to you, please research. That is the key, because once you start seeing things, the path of truth is very small in a world full of lies, and that's what you're fed on a daily basis, lies, to distract you, deceive you, and to divide us all. And we weren't built to roll over, was we? We weren't built to run and hide, no matter what you feel. I get up every day, and no matter what I feel, I'll go out there, I'll speak to someone, I'll tell them the story. I'll tell them. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for your support over the last 4 years, for the sharing of my videos. I'm just trying to turn it around, is that it? For the sharing of my videos. And remember, people, never surrender ever, and never run away from your enemy. Always face them. You're braver than you think.